Good afternoon, Year 4. Our PSHCE question today is how can relationships change? So it is Tuesday the 2nd of March and your book will look something like this by the end of the lesson. So our first question then, what is important in a healthy relationship? So talking about the things that are good for you that come out of your friendships, your relationships with your family. Okay, the positive relationships, the positive feelings, and the things that you do together that keep your relationships healthy. So, for example, with my children, we like to have fun together. So we might go for walks, we might play board games. Okay, and another thing is really important to have lots of hugs in our family. So if we are upset, we like to hug. Okay, another important part in a relationship might be showing respect, which is something we talked about yesterday. So here are some ideas to start you off. What do you think is important to you in a healthy relationship? So making a mind map in your book. Okay then. What makes a good relationship, which is what we've just talked about, and what can we do if one of our relationships is not good? So have a little think to yourself, what might you do if one of your relationships suddenly becomes not so good? So perhaps you have a falling out with a friend and it's something that goes on for a long time. How could you change that? What could you do? Okay, so we have some scenarios and we want to think about if this is a healthy relationship and what you would do in this situation. So the first one says, Caitlin and Lucy are good friends. Whenever Caitlin has a hairband on or gets given a sticker by the teacher, Lucy asks if she can have it. Caitlin says yes each time because she does not want to make Lucy sad or cross. Okay, so the first question, is this a healthy relationship? So I say no, this is not a healthy, I can't spell healthy, a healthy relationship. And that's my opinion. You might think differently to me. I think this because it is Caitlin's property and not Lucy's. Okay, and what would I do in this situation? I would calmly tell Lucy no and explain how it makes me feel. Okay, so this is an example of what I want you to do with these scenario cards. So your answer might be completely different to mine. Okay, so I want you to tell me whether it's a healthy relationship and what you would do in this situation. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 scenarios to consider. Okay, so pause the video and have a go. And the final thing for PSHCE today then is, how can we deal with people falling out? What do we do when relationships change? So we're going to do steps of success for how we would deal with this sort of conflict. So you might choose that one of your steps would be talk about your feelings. Maybe be honest. Okay, so I want 5 steps of success of how you would deal with a relationship changing for a negative reason. Okay, and that is your final task for today, Year 4.